In this exercise, we're going to create an AHU supply air system in the Duct Model. This will involve adding components, adding mechanical equipment, create air systems, and generate duct layout. The mechanical component to be added is given here in this list. Take note of the order. So we have a mixing box, a filter, followed by inspection chamber or module. We have a coil, and then we have a fan module. All these are of the size 0.3 square meter. Now the naming convention we are going to use will be L00-AHU-S. So this is a duct setting. The objective is to place the air handling unit here and then generate a duct layout to connect to the VAV boxes. Okay, so going back to our Revit file. So this is a Revit file that we have already created earlier. So we created this earlier with supply air system, 2 of them. Supply air VAV S1, VAV S2, and also we have 2 return air system VAV R1 and R2. Okay, so this is the system browser. Okay, so in order to get the first component, the fan module in, you need to go to, to add this in, you need to go to the system tab, go to mechanical equipment, and you select the fan module. Okay, so fan module is in here. So we have this all this module here. You have the a coil 0.3 square meter. We have the fan module 0.3 square meter. We select this and put it down here. We also have the filter, cartridge filter, inspection module, and also the mixing box. So I have already selected this fan module, and I have already placed in the correct location, 300 here and 1200 there. I have also picked up all the modules, the coil, followed by the inspection module, followed by the filter, followed by the mixing box in this order. So having fixed this fan module, we're going to place all this into here. So to do that, you select this, each of this module, click and hold onto the control grid and drag all the way here. Okay, let me zoom. Click onto the control grid. Remember, there is also another control grid down here. Okay, so all you need to do is to select this control grid and move all the way until you see a round and cross circle, you let go. Okay, so you do the same for the rest. This one will be here. Finally, we have a mixing box. Okay, the next thing you need to take note is this is a plan view. This is a coil. We need to ensure that all the opening is aligned with the cooling coil. So the way to do that is to look from the side. So we going to introduce a section view. So go to View, Section. So introduce a section view. Escape. Open up this section view. Double click here. I select find level. This is a clock box. So we're going to concentrate on only this portion. Okay, so what we have is this is our cooling coil. Now the connection of the cooling coil is down here. So unfortunately for the fan module, it is down here and the connection is down there. So this connection is not coincide with the connection at this point. So what do you do? Okay, one way of doing is that you can click onto this control grid and drag all the way until you click down here. Now sometimes it might not be very precise, so the best way to do that is to find out what is the offset from the ground. So this control grid, if you were to click on here, I must make sure that it's not shifted. This control grid, if I were to say do a right click, say draw a dot. Now you don't draw a dot, I just want to check the offset. The offset is shown up here on the option bar. So when I pull it horizontal, the offset is given as 312.5. Okay, 312.5. Okay, I'm going to do an escape because I'm not going to draw a dot. Now, from here, you do the same. At this point here, you do a right click and say draw dot and pull it horizontally, and then look at the offset. The offset is down here again in the option bar. When you pull it horizontally, it shows you a distance of 495.5. So the difference between 312.5 and 495.5 is 183. Okay, now I escape this first. So I'm going to shift this one up or move up by 183 millimeter. Now to do that, I'm going to select this fan module under the move command. Select the move command. I can select anywhere, so as long as I move vertically up by 183 millimeter. So if I were to select this any point here, so say this point, click. All I need to do is to move my cursor up. I just need to let go, don't do anything, and I type in from the keyboard, type in 183 and enter. Now by so doing, now our fan module now is aligned to the coil. Okay, so the next step you need to do is to align the rest of the component. So to do that, you go to modify, align, select, say this face or this face, and then align this. That's it. Escape. So we have completely position our AHU. Okay, now we can go back to the ground floor plan. So now we have our AHU placed. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to do the supply air duct. Okay. Now, how do we do the supply air duct? We first of all need to create a system. So if we go back to our documentation, the supply air duct, which is this one, will supply air to one VAV box and the second VAV box. So the VAV box now is the part and parcel of a component. Now all this coil over here in this AHU is a dummy except for the fan unit. The fan unit is for the supply air system. Later on, the return air system, we have a mixer. The rest are just dummy. Okay, so for the supply air system, it will contain the 2 VAV boxes and also a fan unit. So we need to select this unit. You can hold on to the control key, this unit, and also this unit. So there are 3 units here. On the contextual text, we create a AHU system. So supply air system, here we're going to label it as label 00-AHU-supply S. And then we say OK. Okay, now for this particular fan unit, we need to supply this, we need to select the air to be coming out from this square hole. So this square hole has a dimension of 300 by 300. So you cannot select 800 by 625 because that is the other hole, the other connection that connect to the rest of a component. So if you select the wrong one, you will not be able to complete your duct layout. So you need to select 300 by 300 and then say OK. So my chat duct is on, that's why I have this yellow box. So you can see that I have already have this system defined. So if you look into the system browser, we have, first of all, 3 components, the fan unit, the fan module, the VAV box, and then another VAV box. Okay. So the next thing is that we want to assign this as the equipment. This is the equipment that serves the 2 VAV boxes. So to do that, you select the name of the system, which is this one, L00-AHU-S, and then you select equipment. Okay, so put your cursor here and then click onto this. This is the equipment. So once you have done that, this AHU fan module is supposed to be jumped up on top of the name of the AHU system. Now the reason why he did not do that is because there are some problem with the family. So we need to correct that. So to correct that, we can do it later. Okay, I must correct it now. So what you need to do is that you select this system, this fan, and go and click Edit Family. So this is our family. You just want to double check whether check the property of this connection. So this is a flow that is out. I think all is correct except there's some glitch. So never mind, just say load into the project and close. Okay, so now you look up here again. This is perfectly all right. Okay, now you have your discharge fan module is on the top of the hierarchy. So this discharge fan module serve the 2 VAV boxes. So each of these VAV boxes serve the 3 supply diffuser. Okay. Okay, so the next step is to draw the duct layout. To draw the duct layout, we select the name of the system. So this is an AHU system. The name will be L00-AHU-S. Click on here, select. Once it's turned blue, we have already selected. Go to Generate Layout. So you open contextual text. Now for the setting, we need to select the rectangular duct as rectangular duct miter elbow T. So it is the same, so therefore you don't have to change anything. As far as the offset is concerned, so if you go back to the documentation, the offset is the same, okay? The offset for the main duct is the same. We use the same, okay? So it will be the same. Now for the branch, also the same. The duct type will be rectangular duct miter elbow T, no change. Offset the same. Now for the supply end duct, we do not want to have any use of flexible duct, so therefore we check none. Okay, and then we say okay. So if you look at here, currently there is one solution given to you, but this is not a solution that I want. So I'm going to look for the next solution. Again, not really what I want. Another one, no. Another one. Another one. Okay, this sounds like it. Okay, so this one look like more like this. Okay, so this is a solution that I want. So once I have decided this solution I want, all I need to do is to click on finish, and that's it. So if you look at the 3D view, this is our supply air system from AHU supplied to each individual VAV boxes. Okay. That's it.